Who will protect my legal rights if I use deadly force?
When will I receive legal representation if I'm involved in a shooting, car accident, or a death in custody situation?
How will I pay for my legal services when a civil suit comes or if there are criminal charges brought against me?
What will happen to my family if I am killed on duty?
Where do I go if I'm treated unfairly by my agency?
Welcome to the Southern States Police Benevolent Association. Our professional association was founded to protect sworn law enforcement officers, corrections officers, and law enforcement support personnel by providing legal representation, salary replacement, legislative assistance, and other benefits. Over the next few minutes, we'll answer all of the questions asked in the introduction as well as others. This is the Southern States Police Benevolent Association, the voice of law enforcement officers. As a member of the PBA, you will receive legal representation when legal actions affecting you arise from your performance of your law enforcement duties. This includes criminal prosecution, civil lawsuits, and disciplinary actions. If you're involved in a shooting or any other critical incident, there is a rigorous series of procedure and protocol that automatically occurs. Your supervisor may call the chief, internal affairs, criminal investigators, the prosecutor's office, and possibly an outside agency to question and investigate you to see if you have violated any laws. During this time, it's extremely important that you have legal representation. Your agency's attorneys are hired to protect your law enforcement agency, not you as an individual. Our local attorneys selected from a panel chosen by PBA members in your area will work to ensure that you receive legal representation and due process. You should never attempt to endure this process alone. There is no cap or limit on the amount of legal assistance you'll receive on PBA-covered matters. Our attorneys will be with you until all matters have been cleared. The PBA will provide an attorney to represent you at the scene of all on-duty shootings or serious injuries. If you are involved in a critical incident, you should not discuss the event with anyone until you've spoken with us. We have staff available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to advise you. You have rights guaranteed by the U.S. Constitution that sometimes get lost in the confusion. Due to our legal system's effort to protect all citizens, including criminals, there are no longer good or clean shoots. You will be investigated and you probably will face a civil suit. As a member of the PBA, you will receive legal protection from the time of your initial call to us, starting at the actual crime scene and continuing until the matter is closed. Our legal department will select an attorney from our network to handle your case. PBA staff can be reached 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our legal team will be ready to represent you no matter what day or time your critical incident occurs. There are 3 questions that you will be asked if you're involved in a critical incident. Were you a member of the PBA when the incident occurred? Are you currently a member of the PBA with no lapse in membership since the incident occurred? Were you performing your duties as a law enforcement officer? If you answered yes to all 3 questions, then you have met the general PBA requirements for service with no cap and no limit. The substantial financial burden of law enforcement personnel defending a civil, criminal, or wrongful termination action can quickly exceed an officer's personal financial resources. If you answered no to any of the 3 questions asked earlier, you are on your own. One of the most important PBA benefits is salary replacement. If an officer is killed in the performance of law enforcement duties, our association pays the officer's beneficiary an amount equal to 1 year's base salary. These benefits are not affected by any additional insurance or contractual benefits that an officer may secure. The PBA is dedicated to protecting the individuals who protect and serve, regardless if they are sworn or support personnel. If you are unfairly disciplined or terminated for a matter arising from the performance of your law enforcement duties, the PBA will provide staff and attorney representation with approval of your local chapter board. Our association retains the services of professional consultants to assist members with pension proposals and problems. In addition, the PBA maintains a computer database system that contains comparative data on salaries, fringe benefits, and other employment terms and conditions. Our staff can help you review all of your employment details to guarantee that you are treated fairly. The Southern States Police Benevolent Association was founded over 20 years ago by full-time law enforcement officers to support and improve your role as a law enforcement officer. Our association is composed of law enforcement officers and support staff employed by federal, state, county, and municipal governments in the southeastern United States. We are not a part of any national or international union. All levels of leadership consist of active or retired law enforcement officers. The SSPBA is recognized as one of the most effective law enforcement organizations in the United States. In addition to the benefits already discussed, the PBA also provides assistance to help you effect change through your chapter Political Action Committee. The Political Action Committee is active from the local level to the federal level. The PBA screens and endorses candidates based upon their support of law enforcement officers and their needs. The PBA also lobbies to support bills that improve your working conditions and stop bills that are detrimental to you and your fellow officers. There are additional benefits that your PBA contact can tell you more about, and these benefits include supplemental insurance, credit union membership, and other offers. You can also visit us on the web at www.sspba.org or call 1-800-233-3506. The Southern States Police Benevolent Association is the single answer to many questions that you may be forced to ask yourself as a law enforcement officer. For emergencies, our PBA team of professionals and attorneys are always available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to support you. Remember, you must be a member at the time an incident occurs to receive assistance. You can join by filling out a membership application or by visiting us on the web at www.sspba.org. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about the Southern States Police Benevolent Association, the voice of law enforcement officers.